kicked out of office. Now, what he did, they say that Obasa did to warrant his impeachment. What is the dynamics of Lagos politics at the moment? What is the 2027 factor? Is there a Tinubu factor in all this, whether the Tinubu of the father or of the son? It's an interesting day to discuss Lagos politics, and we'll be doing that and a whole lot more on this episode of Politing with Dr. Omosholadeji. So Mudashiru Obasa was impeached as the speaker according to what his colleagues said, because something must be said before you can remove a speaker, and he was unanimously impeached. About 90% of the members of the Lagos State House of Assembly support the impeachment, and they said he was being impeached for gross misconduct and abuse of office. That is what he said. But what are the unsaid things that Obasa had done? Again, what they said is gross misconduct and abuse of office, but the unsaid is the ego of Obasa and the 2027 politics, and that is where we'll be doing some in-depth analysis at this point in time. You see, Mudashiru Obasa is somebody that has enjoyed unusual grace from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's not everybody that have that kind of grace, and I can tell you for free, those who know the politics of Lagos State will tell you that you cannot be anything meaningful, you cannot be anything reasonable in Lagos State if you don't have the anointing from the source. And who is the source, or what is the source? That is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has firm grip on Lagos State. Even Sanwo-Olu will not dare to mess with Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he has strong hold on the state. So he is the big tree. And some of all these guys that used to flex muscle, the Sanwo-Olu, the Obasa, those are just the branches. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu still holds the strong grip. But Obasa haven't become politically matured, haven't spent 6 time in the House of Assembly, which is unusual great, because do you know how many people are lobbying to be on the floor of the Lagos State House of Assembly? If you are on the floor of Lagos State House of Assembly, it's as if you are in the national parliament of some countries. That's how it is, because Lagos itself, with over 20 million population, is like a country on its own. Lagos population is more than that of some African country. But when Obasa became the speaker in 2015, and Obasa, has made money, he has strong influence as the number 3 man in the state, and things were going well for him, Obasa was becoming ambitious. But then, when they sacked Ambode from office, they were to remove Obasa, but Obasa enjoyed unusual grace, because when Ambode was flexing muscle with Tinubu, Obasa was cooperating. Obasa was ready to impeach Ambode even from the word go. All he needed at that time was for Tinubu to just give him the go-ahead, that go and impeach that boy, and that is the end. By fire, by force, Ambode would have been booted out of office. But when they ease Ambode out, they believe that if they now decide to ease Obasa out, it will be unfair that, okay, you change the speaker, you also change the deputy, you change the governor, you also change the speaker. And like I said, Obasa was very cooperative. He was very loyal to the Tinubu camp and the Lagos boys under Tinubu during the issue of Ambode. But Obasa himself, having returned during the time of Sanwo-Olu, was still cooperating. But Obasa believed that he is now a big boy, that everybody is advancing. Baba has advanced to become president. He too is a member of the inner caucus. What is wrong if he becomes a governor? But Obasa did not play that game, to use street parlance, with sense. Obasa was being overly smart about it, because he created something like a group that he will use to further his governorship ambition, but he did not receive clearance and order from source. You see, in Lagos, if you want to do anything political and you don't want to find yourself in trouble, you have to receive order and clearance from the source. If not, you find yourself in trouble. But Obasa believed that he is smart. He created that group, and the political watchers in Lagos State, they are beginning to see the handwriting on the wall, and they were cautioning him, but Obasa was flexing muscle. Then the problem started. Obasa made a statement when Sanwo-Olu presented budget. Some of you that have seen the video, Obasa, we want to host the governor. You and your loyalists on the floor of the house, you are wearing black shades as if you guys are mourning. So why are you wearing black shade when you want to host a governor? It's like Tinubu now want to present the budget, and the National Assembly, the principal officers and their leaders, they are now wearing very dark shades. That is unusual. That itself sends some strong signal that the man is unwelcome. Then Obasa now made some statement that land him in trouble during that particular plenary, whereby he said that people have been rumoring that he has governorship ambition. Well, if they are making that rumor, it's not that he is not qualified. And this is one of the statements that put him in trouble. He said those who have been governors were not better than him. You then make such a statement in the Lagos of Jagaban. So what you are trying to say is that those who have been governors were not better than you. So if we place it in context, that means that Sanwo-Olu is not better than you. They can let that fly. That means that Ambode is not better than you. They can allow that. Fashola is not better than you. It's okay. But have you forgotten that the source, Tinubu, was also a governor? So when you want to make that statement, why don't you exclude Tinubu, that most of you that have been governors that have been governors since 2007 are not better than me? Then you may not have hurt the Tinubu boy, but for you to say those who have been governor, that means including Tinubu, you know, that means that you are gaining effrontery, such unusual effrontery. You can have it in other states. You can flex such module in other states, but
It's not a governing aspiration. It was peace. That was it. Anybody are there to dare the ambition of Tinubu squad in peace. That is it. You know, we have seen the governor of Lagos State, the deje Lagos State governor, who is there playing it cool with everybody because he wants to be involved in everything. You don't want to be feel like want to drop like our body. To say you are like a shit truck.